Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the BYU versus East Carolina college football matchup on Friday, October 28th, 2022. Here on YouTube, I do tons of free pick videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do free picks every day, sportschatplace.com, pickdawgz.com, right here on YouTube, as well as across social media and our live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you're bound to like some games more than others. And to find out which games those are, as well as to get best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world today, head on over to our website, pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab. And while you're there, be sure to use the discount code 15OFF. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases at sportschatplace.com and pickdawgz.com. But let's get to this one. BYU taking on ECU, and East Carolina, pretty decent season. Of course, they have a quarterback in Aarons that's been there forever. And, it just seems like he's been there for 10 years. I think, he's probably a 4-year starter at this point, maybe 3. But I don't know. But I do know that every time we've turned the ECU on in recent years, this guy's been playing quarterback, and he's still, he's serviceable on a good day. The Pirates head into this game 5-3 on the season, 1-1 on the road, while BYU 4-4 on the season. Their last year as an independent for BYU as they head to the Big 12 next season, and BYU decided to go out in style in this one, really taking on all the big boys. But last week, getting clubbed by Liberty was really not in the cards. They were a 7-point favorite in that game and were absolutely slaughtered 41-14. A little bit of a hangover from the 52-35 drubbing that Arkansas put on them. And of course, they lost 28-20 to Notre Dame in Las Vegas. So they've now lost 3 in a row after a 4-1 start. Meanwhile, when we look at, we take a deeper dive into the numbers here. The East Carolina offense, 21st in the nation in yards gained per game, but 40th in scoring at 33.3 points per game. Efficient passing the football, over 309 yards per game, while the BYU defense is allowing points in bunches. 31.8 points per game allowed because teams are running all over them, over 200 yards per game on the ground versus BYU. Against the pass, not as bad, and that's mostly because teams are leaning on the run against them. When we look at the BYU offense, pretty solid throwing the football. They've been a good throwing team for quite some time. When we look at ECU, pretty horrible against the pass. I think what we have here is strength versus weakness on both sides of the ball, and you know what that means. That means one of those Friday night games that runs well into Saturday. The under runs more commonly in these ECU games, though. They're used to these high totals, under 4-1 following a win, but the over is 10-2 in there when they play in these Friday games. So these Friday games just generally, I don't know, it always brings out the offense, seems to always have done that. When we look at BYU, the over is, when we look at BYU, the over once again, 6-1 in their last 7 at home, and 4-0 in their last 4 games, 4-1-1 in their last 6 versus these AAC teams. I think this one is a no-doubter. I like the over in the BYU East Carolina game, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. Our betting tools are 100% free, and the way they work, they show you just how often all the bets on the board today actually hit. Then they show you today's odds, and from there, you can assess the risk-reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most, pay the most. That's how you make money betting on sports.